I'm so glad you have decided to join us on this journey. What's love got to do with it? In a world where we either love things or hate things, it's kind of hard to identify what we really love. And as a matter of fact, we end up loving virtually everything. We love our ice cream, we love our dog, we love a good movie, we love our kids, we love our parents, we love our spouse, we love a good burger, we love a good cup of coffee. All these things we begin to love. And so it's possible that we have undermined love and the term love to encompass so many things, because love is at the center of so much heartbreak and so much pain and a lot of suffering and heartache in our lives. And so one of the aspects of love that I've learned through my experience is love ultimately ends up being a choice, a decision, a choice that we get to make. In 1984, Tina Turner recorded the song, What's Love Got to Do With It? And the song put Tina on the charts. And the point of the song was actually pretty simple. She sings about the attraction between two lovers, and she makes it really clear that her love is just about physical chemistry, physical attraction, nothing more than that, because it's way too painful to endure. And so the lyrics go like this: it's physical, only logical. You must ignore that it means more than that, because in her mind it doesn't mean more than that. What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? That's what she sings. Who needs a heart when the heart can be broken? And that's what she's after. And so what's love got to do with it? And I don't know for sure if you know much about Tina Turner's life, but I dug in and I wanted to understand this song. I wanted to understand what was going on in her life. And she had just experienced terrible abuse in her marriage. And she walked away from her husband. She ended up going through a divorce. The only thing that she was able to take with her was her stage name and 2 cars. And so this is the song, one of the 2 songs that put her back on the charts, that put her back in popularity, that helped her restart her entire life. All of this to just say that we're going to spend the next 5 weeks, 6 weeks total, this week and the next 5 weeks together, and we're going to look at a list. And this list was written by a guy named Paul. And Paul wrote a lot of the New Testament in the Bible. He was a tent maker and he was a church planter in the 1st century. He wrote this letter to Jesus followers in the city of Corinth. And Corinth is actually in the country of Greece. And so if you think about this, Corinth is in Greece, and the Greeks knew something about love. You think about it, for instance, Eros, the Greek god of carnal love. I mean, after all, in classical mythology, you have Cupid. We're getting ready to celebrate the recording of this, celebrate Valentine's Day. By the time you listen to this, it will have passed. But Cupid is a central part of what we understand Valentine's to be. The god of desire and the god of erotic love, the god of attraction and affection. And so Paul, he writes this letter to these Jesus followers in the city of Corinth in Greece, and he devotes one entire section to defining what love is. What is love? What does it really mean? What is love not? And so it's actually a list that either we embrace certain things, that we're challenged to embrace certain things, or we resist and we push away certain things. And it's found in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It's called the love chapter. And maybe you've been to a wedding and you've actually heard this before, or you've seen it in some fancy art and Hobby Lobby or in some other home decoration store. But this is the love chapter, and Paul's going to tell us to embrace some things. And the first thing he wants us to embrace is this: love is patient. Love is patient. Patience is far more than just a virtue. It's gritty determination. It requires grit. It's a determination to lean in. It's a determination to pay attention and to listen, to strive, to understand, to go that extra mile, to go above and beyond, to sacrifice and sometimes surrender for somebody. And I don't know about you, but I can be prone to impatience. That's what I can embrace, is impatience. My impatience, though, can't be blamed on anybody else. It can't be blamed on any circumstance. It can only be a cause of my own selfishness. Selfishness is absolutely the arch rival, the arch enemy of love. because selfishness begins to seek its own at the expense of other people. Love seeks happiness in our world. And the reason that love is patient is because it's dying to selfishness. That's what's required. It's a belief that by dying to selfishness, we will find a greater joy and a greater hope and a greater experience in this world when we love other people. And so love is patient. And therefore, love does not get bent out of shape. It doesn't get all twisted up when things don't go our way or according to our time frame. Love is patient. It implies a steady, a constant commitment of caring for and nurturing for the sake of the well-being of other people. It means we don't give up on people easily when they're a challenge. It means that our love is not focused on immediate gratification or satisfaction. It means that we look beyond the present moment where we're at and we think about the long-term welfare of the person that we're trying to show love to. It involves empathy. It involves trying to understand the struggles that somebody else is in. It means that we show compassion instead of rebuke. And when Paul wrote this, he was wanting his readers to embrace this purposeful, persistent love. Patient love is persistent love. It's continual love. Patient love means choosing to love even when it's hard, even when you've been wronged, even when things aren't going your way. We get to choose love instead. We don't call it quits because we're tired, because we're sick of it, because we're worn out, because we're frustrated, or because we're hurt. Now, I've said a lot of things. And the good thing about this whole group experience is that you get to talk about the things I've just said. And you get to talk about so much more. And you get to define how this works in your own individual life with a group of other people, where you get to have some thought-provoking conversation. At least that's our desire. That's what we hope. So that you can apply this love is patient in your own situation, in your own relationships, in your own life, in your own world. And I said these things. I said at the very beginning, love is a choice. And so what I want you to hear is love is a choice to be patient. Patience is love.